everybody. This video today is about the power loss that has plagued this car for months. This is my track toy 2020 Shelby GT500 carbon fiber track pack. It started at COTA, Circuit of the Americas, down in Austin, Texas. Last December was the first time. Basically went out on track on a session. I had my son riding right seats. Went to give it throttle after turn one, and just the car would not respond. It sounded like it was running on just a few cylinders. And you don't have a whole lot of time to look down at gauges, assess what's going on, because you got cars whizzing around you at high speeds. You're constantly having to point cars by. But I eventually saw, as I cycled over to my gauges, that the air-fuel ratio was pegged full pig rich. Car had no power. Like I said, I'd be pushing the throttle down. It was just putting along on a few cylinders, misfiring, running rough. Every once in a while, then the air-fuel rate gauge would go back to normal. The car would have power. It was responsive, and then it would cycle back and forth between that. And then eventually gave up, took it back to the pits. We're going to take a look at that footage right now. There we go. Alrighty, ooh, there's that Lamborghini. There's a car coming up fast on the right. The Porsche. He's cutting across. Well, I have no power. Like no power. What's going on here? What do you mean? Car sounds weird. I have no power. Like I put my foot down and I got. We'll see how it shakes out here. I'm not sure why I don't have any power. I don't have any warnings. Something's not right. Lamborghini coming up hot. Feels like it's coming back here for some reason. Okay. See what's going on here. All right, starting to feel normal again. All right. It's back to normal. I got power again. Okay, here we go. Tires still aren't really up to temp. Oh, there's oil dry there too, which is slippery. Uh-oh, lost power again. It sounds weird too. Yep, lost power. Like not all cylinders are firing. Alright, what the hell is going on with this car? I don't see any fluids leaking. See if I can go to my gauges. Show gauges. Oh, air fuel's crazy. So I didn't know what it was. You know, I was hoping I didn't blow my engine. It was still running, but running rough. I didn't know if it was melted cats, fouled injectors, electrical. I couldn't tell you what it was from the driver's seat on track. After I got off the track, I pulled code, saw this. I sent the code to my Shelby Guru Tech, Carrie, who's best in the business. Now this problem did kick both of our butts for a long time because it was intermittent. Just when we'd think we'd have it solved, I'd go out and test it, it would be good, and then it would rear its ugly head again later. But sent the code to Carrie. He said it was having misfires. All signs were pointing towards coils and or plugs. So it turns out the coils and plugs are not part of the 5-year powertrain warranty. I bought the coils and plugs on the side. I bought those from Milton Ford. Don't forget to use your discount code if you do buy parts from them. That's cost plus 10%. I did the coil and plug swap, video link in the upper corner. Thought it was solved, took my wife to the track. That was another fun video. I can put that video link up too. So a big part of today's mission, other than getting her out on track, which was a big part of the mission, was to test my coils and spark plugs, and the car ran strong, 0 issues, so success! Car lost all power again. It happened to me when I was here in December. Thought I solved that problem replacing the coils based on the codes that we saw, coils and plugs. Car seemed to run absolutely normally at when I went to Eagles Canyon. And yesterday here at COTA as well, it ran normally, although I only drove it 2 sessions. First session out this morning, I had the car idling for a long time while I was trying to get a passenger strapped in and hooked up to intercom and talked to him about all the stuff. Went out, had power loss again. I was like, oh crap, I looked down. As soon as I hit turn 1 though, power came back and we had a normal session. So I was thinking, well, maybe it was heat soaked or something, just sitting there idling forever, getting him all strapped in. Second session, again, we sat there idling for a while, getting a passenger strapped in, and I went out there, no power coming right out of pit lane. Going up turn 1, right up the hill here, across turn 1. I was expecting the power to come back, it never did. Ended up running basically 3 laps. I had a couple of split seconds where the power came back. Again, my air fuel's pegged full rich. I don't know if it's my cats are melted. I don't know what's going on. I got to get with my tech, pull some codes. You know, he can read deeper than what I can see here at the track with just a basic app. But great weekend. Thanks to Middleton Motorsports. Awesome as always. Texting with Chuck and Jim while I'm at the track about my problem. Great guys, great support. All right, so left Austin, Circuit of the Americas on Sunday. First thing Monday morning, Kerry, my tech guru, got me in, was checking over the car. Tough problem to diagnose because the issue was intermittent and it didn't always act up when it was at the dealership. So things he tried swapping coils 1 and 2 to see if the new coils were also a problem. He hooked up a light to the coil number 1 wires and fired up the engine, could see the light pulsing, so he knew the correct signal was getting to the coil wires, or at least at that time, at the coil plug itself. He also ohms tested the wires. Everything was checking out good. So Kerry said, there's not much to the system. You got the computer, the ECU, PCM, whatever you want to call it, sending the signal. There's a supply side too for the electrical current. And then it's just the coils and plugs. And that's what, determines spark in the cylinder. So if there's a misfire and the wires tested good, the coils test good, the only other thing that really is part of that system is the ECU or PCM. Kerry said he's not normally one to swap out the computer, but when all else fails and everything else checks good, usually the signs point to the computer. All right, I am here with the Shelby guru, Mr. Kerry. What are we doing today, Kerry?
We are replacing the PCM.
And why are we replacing the PCM?
Because we're at our wit's end and we've lost our mind.
So the short answer is I had misfire power loss at the track weekend. I replaced the coils and plugs. Brand new stuff all the way around, all 8. Go out there and code again, power loss, and same damn misfire code.
It's a coil driver circuit code, P0351. Which indicates a fault in the coil driver for cylinder 1.
Okay.
We load tested wiring. We did everything that we could to eliminate every other variable. And whenever you can't find anything else wrong,
you back up and punt.
Yeah.
PCM.
Yeah, PCM.
Okay.
This is probably the second one I've replaced in this year.
Oh, no kidding. Okay, and the PCM lives down here. We'll film that, Kerry getting in there. And then hopefully that solves the problem. We're about to find out. All right, it's alive?
it's alive. We replaced the PCM. We did all our resets. Did module programming. Has the latest calibration in it from Ford. We relearned our crankshaft position sensor and did our parameter reset. And she starts and runs, and everybody's shaking hands and agrees with each other.
It's ready for the track. This actually will be there this weekend.
Yes, it's ready for the track.
You're the man as always. Boom. Thanks, Mr. Carey. Son of a bitch. All right, I was driving home. I noticed it happens after the car warms up quite a bit. Doesn't happen right away, but driving home, car got warm, and then the air fuel went full pig rich. Started running like shit. I'm back at my garage here outside. Pop the hood, wiggle the wires around on coil number 1, and yeah, I don't know if that did it or if it was coincident, but the air fuel jumped back to normal. I got quiet exhaust on because I'm out here at night. But yep, normal air fuel, and oh, now it's running rough again. I can feel the misfire. Oh yeah, there's air fuel is full pig rich again. All right, we're back. Mr. Carey, what is, are we backing up and punting, or what are we doing here?
We're grabbing a can of gasoline and a match, and it's got coverage, right?
Yeah, right. So it was misfiring again after our computer swap, and ironically, I thought it was only doing it when it was warm. It was actually misfiring if you heard me pulling in here. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I just pulled out of the trailer cold, so it's...
should be nice and chilly.
Yeah. So you're going to swap out that wire that goes with the coil?
These two, the coil connector, the only way that I can get it is I couldn't get the pins separately, but the two wires that run there, and then the one wire that runs to the PCM.
Okay.
The purple wire or white wire, I'd have to look at a wiring diagram, is 12 volts.
Okay. What are we replacing there, Mr. Carey?
This is the coil connector.
Okay.
It has 3 wires on it. Your car is only
a 2-wire?
2-wire. So we will depin it and swap this out with a solder and heat shrink.
Okay. All right, Carey, what you doing?
We pulled our harness out and up to access it. And we're going to pull the back of the connector off and pull the pin out. Or
when you say pull the pin, you mean the wire that goes into there?
Yes.
Okay. And this is the engine plug?
Yes.
All right, so here is the culprit that has been plaguing this car all this time. Multiple trips to the dealer, multiple power losses at the track. It's pin 21, or it's really wire number 21 that's in this harness that goes into the computer. You can read the explanation there. Ironically, a friend that has the same car, carbon fiber track pack, goes to the track a bunch, a lot of heat cycles at the track, had a misfire at the track while I was there with him. Same dang code, same dang problem, and having just solved this a couple weeks before, I knew what the problem was. We didn't have these pins or soldering iron or any of that stuff with us at the track, so he pulled the plug out of his PCM, extended out the tab that holds in the wire pin, pushed it back in, and was able to get back on track without power loss. You found the pin?
Yes, purple white wire. Pull it out of the connector. I released the lock before I did that.
Okay.
And then we're gonna test it just to make sure. But we will replace this pin with a new pin.
Okay then. The new contact pin. Okay.
And we can go ahead and I don't know if you can see it, but it installs
Okay.
there. 0.3 of an ohm.
Is that good or bad?
That is very good. That's about the best that you're gonna get.
And that's the original wire that we suspected was intermittently bad?
So I don't suspect it's necessarily the wire. You'll have terminal fretting on terminals.
Oh, okay.
Or pins, either way, and
Replacing the ends, not the wire.
Yeah, we're replacing the ends because that's where I believe we're losing contacts, because we've eliminated everything else.
Okay, so the wire is good. That's a good thing.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So you cut the ends there, and you're going to solder that and heat shrink it together, huh?
Yes. And we're gonna forget our heat shrink, and then I'm gonna pull the pin out and then put it on. It'll be fine. But I am intentionally forgetting my heat shrink.
Okay.
Put our little piece of heat shrink on there,
Nice.
and then we're gonna go over here and before we get the heat gun out.
Okay. And take off the oil separator again?
Yes.
Fun.
It's actually my favorite thing to take off.
You've had those on and off many, many times. Took the oil separator out again, get that out of the way. Now doing the little splicing at the other end.
We're gonna cut our lumen part,
Okay.
and I do have chloroplast tape, which is the best thing ever.
Excellent. And then we're gonna heat shrink both at the same time, both ends. All right, so these are 3-wire jobbies. You said they only come in 3 wires.
I've never gotten one with a missing wire.
All right, and then this one is a that came off the car. It has 3 connectors, just has the 2 wires. So you just get the 3-wire and you pull the wire out. Is that what you're saying there,
Yeah.
Kerry?
Yes.
Cool. All right, and that came off right there. All right, so you're pulling out the pins or the wires
Yes.
off the plug.
That's our lock right there, and then the pin comes out.
Okay. All right. And soldered the new wires or pins on the end there. They can lose contact kind of intermittently on the pin side, on the inside where they plug in on both sides.
Yeah, you'll get a poor contact on the inside of the pin.
Okay.
Where the joint actually is, they will have poor contact there.
Okay, yeah, and the wire tested good, as you said. New plugs, new coils, new computer, so it's gotta be it. All right. All right, you're cutting the heat shrink down.
I cut it in half.
Yeah, makes sense because we're dealing with a tight spot there.
And I mean, anytime that you can reduce the bulkiness of your repair,
Sure.
it looks cleaner. Whenever I wrap it under tape, we're gonna less noticeable.
All right, Mr. Carey's making sure the correct color pins go back in because these are both green. So we got the white with lavender or whatever and solid lavender back there matching up with that one there. Lovely.
Now, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a adhesive or a wax that comes out of the end.
Oh yeah. It seals it up.
That seals it.
That's pretty damn cool. And see that wax bubbling out? Pretty cool. Sticking the pin back into number 21. Make sure it clicks and it gives it a tug. Good and secure.
We know 21. And then our pin retainer goes in.
Okay.
Clip on the back of the connector.
All right.
Chloroplast tape, which is, I don't know why the plastic rubberized electrical tape is
It's the good stuff.
in existence anymore. This is
Way better.
way better.
Yep, yep. All right, got the new connector there plugged into the coil. I'm just trying to route everything back. Yeah, big plug, tight space. Just getting everything in place. You got room to get in there?
Yep. We're in there.
Okay. You've done that a few times. You are quick.
That plug there.
Boom shakalaka. Just have to connect the battery, put the battery cover on. I think that's everything. All right, sounds like it's firing on all cylinders. That's a good thing, because when I pulled in here, it wasn't. Take it for a test drive and see what happens. So that's it. That's my power loss video for the 2020 through 2022 Shelby GT500. If you're going to drive these cars hard at the track, multiple heat cycles, getting them hot, working them hard, you may end up with the same problem. If you have the same code I do, it's probably your wire leads, otherwise known as the pins. Thanks for watching. See you next time.